Hello, and today we'll continue with the newest update of Edenbound. Last time, the MC might have had a dream, which ended up lasting for weeks. But anyway, he saw images of people talking about what they wanted to be and let's have a regular conversations. I wonder if these might have been his friends, but instead they didn't recognize him. I'm not sure, but anyway. So they talked to these random people, sadly like people talked about, the stuff that like what they want to be and their hopes for the future and all that. It was kind of strange to the MC because in the world he's in, it's practically perfect. You don't really need to worry so much about dreams and achieving stuff because everything's advanced and that everything's handled for you. And then he saw an image of scientists from hundreds of years ago talking about them creating a nanotech that will make people live forever. So that's technology that his current time has. So it could be, but it's probably an image from hundreds of years ago, back when the world was still have a lot of problems like overpopulation and religious and political strife. So the images he saw might have been images from hundreds of years ago. Those scientists, and not only the scientists, but those other people that he saw. But you can go look at the last video to see what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and finish up the rest of this new update. The doors open as you head inside the quiet, empty bar. Monty turns around from behind the counter and faces you wearing wine glass and polishing cloth in hand. Ellie, how you feeling? Very well since anyone's heard from you. Have you been taking care of yourself? Monty places the freshly polished wine glass back onto the shelf behind him, then grabs a nearby stray wax glass. He modestly carries out into the next piece of glassware to endlessly polish. It feels like I was just here. How has it been 3 weeks? What happened while I was gone? Nothing's really. Same old, same old. Your buddies keep asking if you stop by. What do you mean, gone? Did he go somewhere? Yeah, I guess. A flurry of words and thoughts roll around in your head, not knowing where to begin or how to navigate this conversation. Not knowing how to navigate this conversation without coming off as crazy. You don't remember Matthew, do you? Monty shakes his head. That guy you brought up last time? Also, just checking. No one remembers him except for me. I can't find any trace of him ever existing either. Right, Stephen filled me in. Even after he was gone, I swear that I could hear his voice, like some kind of vague echo in my head. But it has to be him. Eli, I'm not taking this lightly. None of this is normal. I really think you should run some kind of medical diagnosis with Edenbound. they're really good at picking up and treating these kinds of things. I don't need a diagnosis. I need you to listen to me. I know none of this is normal. Nothing's been normal for years. Look at what's happening to Eden. What are we supposed to do? There isn't a single person who can begin to understand what's going on. I know none of this is normal. Nothing's been normal for years. Look at what's happening to Eden. What are we supposed to do? There isn't a single person who can begin to understand what's going on. I reckon most people are just trying to take it day by day instead of going mad, trying to figure it out, all you can really do. Right before I disappeared, I fell, and suddenly it was like I was in another Eden, except it was dark and dusty. Disappeared. I don't know. I just wasn't here. It doesn't even feel like a day's passed, and suddenly it's been 3 whole weeks. There were other dogs there. It was just like how things used to be. Sounds like you're just feeling a little nostalgic. It's normal to dream about the past. Maybe one of the most normal things to dream about, really. No, Monty, I don't think there are dreams. I have no memory of falling asleep. Things aren't lining up. Everything is too specific, too vivid. I told you before, they must just be things you've forgotten about, coming back to the surface. It happens to everyone. I promise you, I've never seen any of these people before. Then they're probably just made up. Maybe you just got a creative spirit inside of you begging to come out. Perhaps you should dabble in the arts a little. You start to lose your composure. You decide pause for a moment, try to collect your thoughts after being dismissed once again. Every time I'm about to wake up or come back or whatever, it's like there's another me. Monty tilts his head and his posture shifts. He pulls the cloth out of the wax glass and sets them down onto the counter, now giving you his undivided attention. Another you. Monty adjusts his glasses and leans forward. His eyes narrow in yours. His eyes narrow in on yours as he focuses intently on you. Baby, I can never get a good look at it, but you involuntarily trail off. Another piercing shriek violently bounces around the inside of your head. You struggle to breathe as you briefly lose control of your lungs. Eli, is anything triggering those voices? Anything specific? No, it's been happening a lot more lately, though. It's like something's trying to call out to me. Several people. I see. Are you starting to believe me yet? Eli, don't say it like that. It's not that. I don't want to believe you. It's just, I know it doesn't make any sense. You can always talk to me. I hope you still know that. I've known you as long as I can remember, I know. Monty turns and reaches for another glass to polish during the brief lull in conversation. You ruminate for a moment. Do you remember much about Earth? Monty brings his paw up to his muzzle and scratches at his bearded chin while wistfully looking off to the side. As much as I'd like to say yes, I have to admit it's getting fuzzy at the best. A few things here and there. Maybe an old friend or two. What were things like up there? Well, it was alright. Not the best, not the worst. Kind of unfair to compare after being here for so long. Well, it was pretty spacious. Nothing like how Eden used to be. I'd almost say it was overcrowded here compared to Earth anyway. Spacious? I thought I heard it was overpopulated. Do you not remember? I try. I don't remember anything about Earth. Nothing at all. No. I see. Monty takes of his glasses and picks up the rag from the bar. He uses his breath to fog up the lenses before wiping them clean and sets them back on his snout. He sniffles, his expression unchanging. That's to say, it never feels good to forget. What got you asked about Earth? I've just been hearing things in my head. Right, in your head. You clear your throat and steady your voice, thinking to yourself how ridiculous you must sound. Par for the course. Does the name Akiyama sound familiar at all? Monty furrows his brows and pauses for a moment. Can't say it does. Then again, I've served hundreds of thousands of people. Can't remember them all. Do you know anything about the history of Eden, or is there any kind of archive or anything? Sorry, I don't. They've always kept everything pretty vague. Shift us up to paradise if that was the end of it. The less we know, the better, I guess. There must be some kind of database out there, surely, probably, kept under some kind of threat protections. Maybe you could ask Steven for help with that. No, that isn't really his thing. He hates when people ask him to hack things. Oh, I see. Must not want people getting the wrong idea. Monty chuckles to himself. Have you never been curious about any of this? Asked me that a few hundred years ago, and surely I would be. Now, I'm just a lonely old bartender, stuck here on the moon like the rest of us. I found my place. And that doesn't concern me anymore. But I'm right behind you if you find anything interesting. Yeah, thanks, Monty. You look up at the large dog standing in front of you and make prolonged eye contact. You see the wrinkles by his eyes squints up as he smiles. You can practically feel an aura of warmth radiating from his gentlemanly figure. Say, it seems like I only ever come to you for advice or just to kind of talk at you. I'm used to it. All comes with being a bartender. Personally, I love it. It's nice to feel wanted. But I wouldn't be opposed to spending some quality time together soon, and that's what you're implying. You know, I always love to share a bottle or two. Like right now? Oh, you seem like you got a lot going on. Also, I hate to admit it, but my apartment is a bit of a mess right now. Been doing some reorganizing. I could help out if you want. It's the least I could do. My house survivors. Normally I accept, but it's my pride's on the line here. I'd rather not embarrass myself. Monty shakes his head. That's how brief chortle. Got anything else for me? No, I think I'm good. I'll keep you updated. Want a drink before you head off? Tea, coffee? It's okay, thanks again. Take care, Ellie. You brush yourself off and head back outside. With an effortless gesture, you open up your AR interface and stare at your list of unintended messages. You bring your fingers to the screen and tap on an old chart log. You close out of it shortly after, then move on to the next one, trying to think of who to reach out to or what to even say. You repeat this for a few cycles before settling down your... Whatever. I'll get to those later. I need to think. With no particular objective in mind, you continue walking in the direction opposite of home. It's not often you come out this way, but breaking your usual routine seems like a good way to pass the time. Although you only spent a very brief amount of time away, your mind is completely fixated on the wonders of wherever you just were. What used to feel like tired banality has turned into something greater, an intense yearning for something so out of reach, things that weren't even yours. Oh, to just go back. You find your way back to the woods leading to the outskirts, despite having seen this exact view just moments ago, albeit a bit washed out. It feels like it's been a while since you really been here. You turn towards the city, then look onwards towards the fringes of Eden. Out towards the horizon, several grassy islands are speckled amongst the once a calm waters. Distant trees stand tall, the edges of their leaves sparsely lit by the blinding lights of the even taller neon pillars. You look even further out to the faraway silhouettes this of Decidius, the only settlers from the ever-present lurid lights of Eden. And on the other end of the bridge, a distracted Edenoid perks up at the sight of you and promptly floats over. Its movements are noticeably more animated than what you'd expect from other spherical robots of its kind. Hello. Hey. As the Edenoid gets closer, you notice several arbitrary spatters of color splashed upon its metallic casing. Its holographic ears are considerably more flexible and expressive than others of its kind, too. I don't need help with anything right now. Okay? The Edenoid rotates on a steady axis back and forth a few times as if it's trying to look at you from different angles. What's up with this thing? It's still left by now. Goodbye. What? Don't be rude. The robot snaps back, completely catching you off guard. Sorry? Your one-word policy could easily come off as disingenuous. It mostly is, not only of callousness, but out of sheer confusion. That's okay. I hope I didn't scare you. No, it's fine. What are you? I'm an Edenoid. Haven't you met one before? That's not what I mean. You're talking to me. All of us can talk. Now, all you can respond. You aren't supposed to talk. Now, I don't know what to tell you. I'm an Edenoid. Yeah, but you're different. I don't feel different. That's what I mean. I don't think you're supposed to feel anything. What are you doing out here? I don't know. What are you doing out here? I don't know. Huh. Edenoid continues to hover in place, holding a firm gaze on you. It continues staring for an uncomfortably long amount of time. You periodically break eye contact and turn away to look anywhere else. No matter how long you look away, every time you turn back, the robot's light up. The robot's light up eyes have not moved. You need something? You look familiar. I mean, I have been around a while. Not exactly hard to spot me either. No, not here. In the network. On the Ethernet, like my social profile. No, I mean in the network. Aren't you all connected to some kind of hive mind? Yeah. You're also programmed to know everyone on Eden. That's right. So that makes sense then. Yep. The robot's unflexing gaze finally gets interrupted with a flash of cyan. An alert appears on the screen, too far away for you to read. It quickly reverts back to normal. Where I gotta go? Take it easy. The Edenoid turns around and winds back before shooting off towards the outskirts. That was weird. Before the Edenoid flies too far away, you quickly pull up your interface and start up the camera. You zoom in and take a blurry photo of the robot. Not your best work, but anything will do. You switch back to your interface home screen. When you open the chat application, you open up Steven's chat log and stare at the old messages for a few seconds. You attach the photo and start typing out a message, then erase everything before closing down your interface again. Damn it, forgot about the elephant in the room. Everyone's gonna think I'm gone insane. No one's seen me in 3 weeks. The hell am I supposed to say? You pace around on the bridge for a while, trying to kill more time. Everyone's been talking. What have they all been saying about me? I just want things to be normal. Can't I just act like nothing happened? No, they're definitely gonna pry. Stephen and Lane worry all the time, and Dylan just knows it. There's gonna be hours of trying to convince them I'm not a lunatic. Or I could lie. Not like they understand anyway. Think I'm on my own for this one. Besides, maybe Monty's right. Sylv asked that weird Edenbound to one of Medskin. Or I could just go into the woods and never come back. Your mind continues to race with an unending stream of thoughts and possible outcomes. You lean over the bridge's rails as you stew away inside of your own fervent mind. The view has gotten stale. Everything has gotten stale. You space out and stare to the rippling starry skies, perfectly mirrored in the channel beneath you. You plan on jumping? Whoa, holy shit. You know that won't work anyway, right? Unless you're just going for a swim. Then don't let me stop you, huh? The pouty, the pouty corgi lets out a boisterous belly laugh. You take a second to catch your breath and gather your wits. Yeah? No, I'm fine. You don't look fine. What's got you this far out? Don't think I've ever seen you come out this way. Just wondering, thinking good, thinking bad, thinking neutral, don't know. You already stopped by Monty's, figured you'd be there for all places. Yeah, we talked for a bit, just came from there. How'd you even find me? Just happened to see you walk past. Imagine my surprise, no one ever comes out here anymore. Why do you even like this far out? Why do you even live this far out? You probably see us more if you move in a bit. I just got used to the old place, I guess. I like to be close to the outskirts too. Less of a threat to get to the observatory. Observatory? You into astronomy? Oh, no, not me. Have you met Robert? Nope, I've heard about him. From Monty, though. Nothing specific. Figures. Those two have known each other for a long time. Since their younger days on Earth. Really? He's never really talked about him that much. Yeah, well, I was a bit of a loner. Probably just didn't want to draw too much attention to him. I don't think he's come into the city for centuries now. Poor fella. Is he okay out there? Oh yes, I try my best to keep him company. I think he just wants me out of his fur sometimes, but I'm not letting up, huh? Do you know him from Earth too? No. We met through Monty. Charlie briefly stares off into the outskirts behind you. You see his squinted eyes just barely part before he turns around and starts to march away. Come, walk with me. You stand there for a second and glance at the corgi's undulating backside as he takes several short strides back towards the city. Don't fall behind, lad. It only takes a few steps to catch up to Charlie. You take care to slow down your typical walking pace so as to not overtake the stubby dog now beside you. Where are we going? Just back to my place. I've told you before, you're good company. Also, you look like you could use a friend right now. What does that mean? Well, you're not doing a good job of hiding it. Never seen someone look so ruffled. Why does everyone keep saying that? This is what I always look like. No, something's different. It's all in your face, your eyes especially. You sleeping properly? No, sleeping's kinda been hell lately. Ha, that's no good. Rest is important, in moderation, of course. It's not long before you reach Charlie's building. The lift only goes up one floor before you come to the hallway leading to his apartment. Amber light stream through the crack in the door as it splits apart. A toasted gust envelops your face like a sultry caress upon your furrowed cheeks. With a deep inhale, you detect traces of warm spices lingering in the air. Not enough to overwhelm your sensitive nose, but just subtle enough to comfort your tired heart. On the way in, Charlie reaches into a glass cabinet and grabs a bottle of red wine. The deep, velvety liquid inside sloshes around as it meets the bottle's cork, halfway protruding from its spout. Charlie delicately grabs the cork and twists it back and forth a few times, gently pulling until the bottle reopens with an audible pop. You want a glass? Sure, just one, thanks. Ah, boy. Make yourself comfortable. Charlie grabs a couple wine glasses and pours a good serving of wine into each of them. He hands one to you and clinks them together. Cheers, thanks. Charlie swirls the wine around in the glass. He partially sticks his snout inside and takes a deep breath, taking time to appreciate the aromas before going in for a sip. Take a seat on his couch and awkwardly sit there. Your tail anxiously thumps on the plush seat. Not a fan of red? No, red's fine. You bring the wine glass up to your muzzle and take a sip of intense astringency immediately coats your tongue. Rich, fruity aromas of blackberries and plum condenses, surprisingly smooth on the way down. Heard from Monty you haven't been around for a while. Started thinking you must have vanished. That's the weird part. I don't have any memories in the last 3 weeks. It feels like they didn't even happen. Like the days just blend together and really fly by. Yeah, sounds about right. You've been keeping yourself busy with anything? Not really, no. You sit there and continue wordlessly sipping on wine. A rising guilt starts to build up in your gut. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of wasting your time. Just wasn't expecting to be here like this. I'll loosen up a little. I'm not making you talk or anything. It's just no good being alone. I won't keep you if you really want to go, but I would be a little disappointed. I still owe you a proper dinner. Have you eaten? You have the startling realization that you haven't eaten anything in the last 3 weeks. You've been gone. However, you don't feel any hungrier than you normally would on an empty stomach. No, not in a while. Bad sleep and an empty stomach. No wonder you're out of it. Charlie puts down his glass of wine and unzips his vest jacket before taking it off. He opens the kitchen drawer and pulls out a black striped apron. Let me fix you up. He slips his head through the apron straps and begins to reach around his waist. He struggles for a moment and then manages to tie up and secure the apron to his body. Charlie rummages through the various drawers and cabinets in his kitchen and starts laying out various bowls of devices. He whistles along to the tune of the easygoing music coming through his apartment speakers. Charlie starts fiddling with his apartment's interface and pulls out a spread of ingredients from various apartments behind the kitchen's island. You're a picky eater. Anything you don't like? No, anything's fine. You take another drink of wine and watch as Charlie skillfully chops and sautés various vegetables in a carbon steel pan. The pan sizzles and sputters as a cloud of steam rises up and into the fume hood. You catch a few whiffs of fragrant herbs and onions, slightly sweet, vaguely peppery. You don't have to do all this, you know? Please, I want to. All you eat is that materializer slop. You need something new. Something from the heart. Heat starts to build up in your chest as you feel your cheeks flush, probably as a result of the wine in your system. You soften your expression and look fondly at Charlie. The orange of his fur glows in the warm light, highlighting the aged wrinkles on his face. You like it, Dad? Huh? Charlie's eyes squint as the corners of his mouth lays into a wide grin. He exhales before exploding in uproarious laughter. Well, don't say it like that. Could make things weird. Charlie winks, then turns back to the sizzling pan on the stove. You're at Wando. Your ears and eyebrows both raised together in unison. Really? Yep, back on Earth, long time ago. Had a granddaughter too. Our little Wally was such a blessing. Never got to see her grow up before coming up here. You never thought about them before. That was hundreds of years ago. It's just a distant memory now. I try not to think about it too much. No good dwelling on it, you know. Charlie continues to maneuver around the kitchen with ease. He turns around and grabs his glass of wine. He pours a splash of it into the hot pan, stripping it of its caramelized fond. The contents of the glazed pan start to simmer as a mouth-watering, meaty scent routes its way to your nose. Wasn't it hard leaving it all behind? Maybe one of the hardest things I've ever did. I was getting old, got randomly selected, and my daughter pushed me to come out. Don't think they wanted me, die on them. Sad seeing Ruby will be happier knowing I'm in a good place. I really hope they meant it. Ruby? My granddaughter. Wally? Charlie freezes and pauses for a second. He shakes his head and lets out a low chuckle. Ha, he caught me. Guess I really don't remember much after all. Ruby Wally, honestly, not even sure if I'd be able to pick him out in a crowd. It's uncanny, almost disturbing how unfazed Charlie seems to be. Charlie lifts a wooden spoon from the rich, glossy pan sauce and delicately blows on it before giving it a taste. How about you? Any family back home? The blanket stare forward and stop. No, not that I remember. No faces, no names, not just family either. It's hard to even call Earth home. Everyone talks about missing it, but it's like there's nothing for me to miss. You turn and gaze out the window. The vast blue and green planet looks down at you, so unknown and so out of reach. Home's different for everyone. It's not always a place. Could be just a feeling. A nice hearty meal. Some good laughs with friends. Anywhere you feel like you belong. Would be nice to feel like I even belong anywhere. Everyone's got some kind of history, some kind of connection to Earth. So why don't I? Did I really just forget everything? I'd almost consider that lucky. Charlie switches the burner off and picks up his wine glass. He takes another sip and sets it back down before turning around to begin plating the entries. Better than having to know exactly what you don't know. Broken scattered pieces or an empty hole. Take a piece. Pretty silly options. All day. Charlie spoons a hefty serving of buttery mashed potatoes along with some evenly brown slices of carrot onto a metal black plate. He places 3 slices of medium rare roast beef onto the fluffy bed of mass, then drapes a lavish, velvety blanket of red wine pan sauce over the dish. The sauce cascades down the grooves and the potatoes, perfectly coating the meat and pulling into the various crevices and the mountain of starch. Charlie chops up 2 sprigs of fresh parsley and gingerly sprinkles it onto the now completed dish before presenting it to you. This will pass you up right. A home-cooked meal is like medicine for the soul. Something all this Eden tech can never replace. The still steaming plate makes its way to you and bring a brilliant singing glaze over every part of the dish. Your mouth starts to water as a delightfully savory aroma overwhelms your senses. You stare at the plate in front of you, my agape. A string of drool escapes your mouth and drips down towards your lap. You try to catch it but fail. Charlie noses and grins. Ha! Don't be sorry, just eat. It takes all your self-restraint to not just rapidly scarf down the entry. You compose yourself and slice into the meat, portioning out a reasonable bite along with the other components of the dish. You bring the fork to your mouth and take a bite. Your cheeks immediately start to hurt as your salivary glands go into overdrive. The pain only lasts a second before a huge wave of pleasure floods over your tongue. Smooth and salty, the decadent pan sauce coats the inside of your mouth. You start to chew, faintly gamey, yet intensely umami juices burst out of the roast meat, delicately infusing itself into the creamy, buttery potatoes. Good. Still chewing your food, your eyes water up as you wordlessly nod your head. Beaming with approval, Charlie smiles and starts to dig into his own plate. Your teeth sink into a piece of roasted garlic, a slight pungency complemented with its caramelized sweetness waves its way into the harmonious blend of flavors dancing around in your very senses. Finally swallow. On the way down, you can feel the love and warmth of the dish gets a part of you much deeper than just your stomach. You will hold You finally swallow. On the way down, you can feel the love and warmth of the dish gets a part of you much deeper than just your stomach. You withhold a satisfied groan, but succumb to your pleasures and let one out anyway. Oh damn, that's good. Charlie lets out a hearty guffaw. Ha, glad to hear. You're reminded of cold winter evenings spent indoors. A blazing hearth, it licks a flame kissing your fur and staving off harsh frost. Echoes of time spent with loved ones reveling in collective jubilance as you share stories of robust feasts. You feel a wave of relief wash over you as if your very core has been uplifted. If it makes you feel any better, I barely remember much about Earth either. I don't know if anybody here does. Besides, do you ever want to go back? Well, I'm sure everybody does, at least a bit. At least a little bit. Everyone gets a little homesick. Yeah. You always dodge to the side and you stop eating for a moment. Dizzy feelings of uncertainty start to brew in your head. Homesick for things we can't even remember. Sounds a little silly putting it that way. Just gotta keep moving forward. We'll be alright. Charlie changes back into his typical attire as you two continue to eat away. You savor the meal, really taking the time to appreciate the love and care put into it. You scrape the plate clean, and tragically it comes to an end. Although you still feel weighed down by your seemingly infinite fatigue, it feels as though a different weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Charlie empties out the remainder of the wine bottle into your glasses to sip away as the food settles into your stomach. I'm telling you, materializers are convenient, but they can't live up to something made with a little work. I'm kind of scared to go back to eating food. You might have spoiled me a bit too much. There's a lot more spoiling where that came from, if that's your game. Charlie lets out another deep chortle. A fluttery sensation rises up in your chest, unsure whether he's flirting with you or merely being flippant. Glad I caught you out there, was expecting to spend another night by myself. I mean, thanks for dragging me along. Dragging, huh? Not like that. I just meant I don't really do anything myself. Never really have. I'm just messing with you. Just try not to spend too much time alone. You hear? Time with other people is precious. Charlie pensively stares into the wine in his glass while passively swirling it around in his vessel. He tilts his head back and finishes up his wine before standing up and straightening out his shirt. He lets out a deep sigh. You're welcome to stay and get some sleep. More than welcome to the couch or the bed if you're okay with sharing. You reciprocate with a polite laugh, still unable to discern his actual intent. Either way, his teasing is making your cheeks flush under your fur. I'm gonna get fresh now. Feel free to help yourself to another bottle while I'm gone. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. You sit back down on the couch while Charlie turns and walks towards his room. You look down the corridor and catch a quick glimpse of him undressing as he continues walking. You turn away at risk of him catching you peeping. Now along, you blankly stare forward and still your nerves. You rapidly tap your foot while your tail repeatedly thumps on the couch. You think back on Charlie's words. Time with other people is precious. You finally twist your wrist and open up your interface. Edit Dylan, Stephen, and Lane to group. Just now. Hey. Oh, now you want to talk. Is that my apartment? Yeah, I literally told you I was gonna burst your doors down. I thought you were joking. When did I ever joke? Constantly. Also, not home. You're off. How did you even get in? Secret. Eli. Just been chilling here for like 3 hours. Perusing your book shelves and judging your taste in literature. I don't even remember where I got those. Also, you left your bedside drawer open. Didn't know you were into that. Dylan, don't snoop. What was it though? Nothing there lying. Or am I 3? Dude, get out. Good to hear from you, buddy. Doing better? Yeah, I think. Where were you? Just my room. For 3 weeks? You do that too, not my asshole. What were you doing that whole time? Been getting lost in my own thoughts. No, don't listen to them. Unless they're good thoughts, then keep listening to them. Nah, just reminiscing. About your dream people? Yeah, actually. So what was that about? The guy I'm supposed to know, but don't for some reason. No idea. Martin didn't remember either. So think he's well. Yeah, he has to be. I don't know. With Monty, it's 2 by 1 or the new guy. Whatever. Well, are you done reminiscing? Still have a contest with Lane for title of Ultimate Yearner. You enjoyed too, Dale. I see you looking through your old photos all the time. It's for art reasons. I'm studying compositions and shit. Right. I don't know, it felt like I was literally gone that whole time. Like physically. But yeah, I'm back. That's good. Okay, but where are you now? Ignoring me for 3 weeks to take a super nap? And the one day I came to bust you out of the prison jail, you're gone? I'm at Charlie's. How'd that happen? Well, when I walked to the bridge and he found me. I think he thought I was gonna jump. He knows that doesn't work. Yeah, he said that. Took me back to his place. Wow, lucky. Did he cook for you? Yeah. Yay. What do you make? Roast beef and potatoes. Nice. One time, he invited me over and made me a peanut oxtail stew. It was really good. I told him it was my favorite and I hadn't had it for a long time. He's so sweet. Yeah. You having him for dessert? I don't know, maybe. Yes, whore. Get off your interface and focus on your date. Not really a date. Whatever, let's hang soon. Now that you're normal again, tell me more about it later. Glad you're feeling better. Miss you. Miss y'all too. You close out the conversation and let out a sigh of relief. The distant sound of a running shower comes from Charlie's bedroom. You figure you still have some time before he finishes up. Glad that went smoothly. I didn't really tell him that much, but you open up Steven's chat log. Just now. Hey Steven, you busy right now? No, I'm here. What's up? Are you with Charlie? No, he's in the shower. We have no questions, but do you remember anyone named Iris? No? Who's that? Person I dreamed about. I think you were really close friends. Oh, okay. That's weird. I also saw you in a dream like a week ago. Were they nice? Seemed like it. I didn't see them for that long. It all felt so real though. That's nice of you. Making some friends for dreaming. Yeah, I guess. See, I still don't think these are dreams, but I don't know what else to call them. I don't think any of these people in my head are made up. Like that other dog you met with Dylan? Yeah, exactly. But I don't know who ours is. And no one knows who Matthew was. Yeah, but wasn't he kind of irrelevant? Like a random guy no one really knew to begin with? Yeah. I don't think I'd forget a close friend. How could you know if you forgot them, though? I guess. Are you sure your dreams aren't just a bunch of random nonsense? That's what mine usually are. I think that's what most people's usually are. Fuck, this is so annoying. Sorry. Sorry, I don't mean you. It's like I'm constantly fighting with myself and everyone else. I keep remembering things that might not even be real. Can you like invent something that records my dreams? So everyone can stop thinking I'm insane? You know what? Maybe not impossible. Shit, really? I was joking. Well, it's not for sure. But my simulations write stuff into your brain to mimic real feelings and stuff. We could try reversing it and just read your brain synapses instead. Then if I write a simulation using those same patterns, I might be able to recreate what your brain is making you perceive. If that makes sense, I can dumb it down more if you need. No, that's easy enough to follow. Can we do that now? No, I have to write some code for it. How long is that gonna take? I don't know. It took me like 30 years to figure out the simulations. Damn. I don't think it would take anywhere near that long, since I'm just modifying it. Plus, it's just reading, so I don't need to do any brain chemistry. Sounds really interesting, but are you okay with being a lab rat? Yeah, whatever, that's fine. I just need to calibrate it to your brain at some point. Are you at the penthouse? Yeah, but we can do that anytime, no rush. This is really important to me. Gotta head over. Ha, sorry that took so long. Wanted to be thorough, nothing more refreshing than a long shower. Charlie comes back out, tidied up in the fresh stale clothes. He catches a whiff of some kind of leathery fragrance on the wind as he comes forward. What's the plan? Did you want to crash on the couch? I can grab you some blankets and a pillow if you want. Or the bed's still on the table if you're feeling bold. You quickly look away and tuck your tail between your legs and barrels to turn him down. Sorry, I actually gotta go. So something important came up. Oh, more important than me? No, sorry. I kid. Yeah, that's alright. Glad to see you've still got stuff going on. Kind of a rarity nowadays. I'm just glad you stayed for dinner. Get some rest where you can, yeah? Oh well, thanks, Charlie. Drop in any time, Ellie. You'll always have a home here. You pass by Charlie and give him one last wave as you exit his apartment. The air outside is considerably cold, at least compared to the pleasant warmth of Charlie's apartment. Having gotten used to the gentle amber lighting of his suite, the starlit lights of the city are particularly harsh on your eyes. You carry on towards the penthouse. Sarah is moving towards Burnett. Execute operator key. Dash scanning internet database. Sarah unidentified in citizen records. Anomaly requires further investigation. How interesting. Seems like this person here might have some interest in Eli. So I'll just move towards Burnett. Well, this person is. Soldier unidentified in citizen records. Investigation. Anomaly. How interesting. So that's all for Edenbound for now. I believe those people are the ones that the characters in this visual novel, well, the characters here knew. Like Iris, he talked to Eli like he knew all his other friends, and how he was happy they got the penthouse. I think these are people that their friends have forgotten about. Like we saw Matthew earlier on in the story, that big large dog, I forgot what species was, like a, anyway, you know Matthew, if you read earlier in the game, he was dealing with the bartender. It seems like the bartender had some problems with him, and then later on in the story he forgets that he ever met Matthew. So I believe something happening that is causing people to lose their memories of people they are close to, whether it's family or friends. And contrary to what Eli's friends said while they were on the chat on the phone, like texting, when they said that they couldn't lose, that they couldn't remember, like when they said they couldn't remember, what am I saying? Okay, like, what's his name again? Like, I think the smart one, I forgot his name, but Stephen or one of them said that he didn't think he could lose his memories of somebody who was a good friend. He didn't think that could happen, but apparently it can. So, it has something to do with the nanotech technology that everybody has that's making them live forever. And could this be like a parallel universe, and all these people that we saw, or probably like what could have been? I'm just speculating, but anyway, I think this person at the very end has an interest in Eli because he is the only person who is able to visualize all these people that everybody else have forgotten, and apparently he has some kind of, he seems to be an anomaly to this person because he's still able to look at all these people here and have flashbacks and remember all these people, while everybody else have no idea who these people are that they used to remember and have time with. So anyway, I keep forgetting names of characters, but that chubby dog there, he was very nice, and the food that was shown on the screen, this description of the food, it made me hungry, even. So, little things like socialization and talking and, just all that is pretty rare nowadays because everything basically is perfect. And that technology has increased so much that nobody has to work, nobody has to go outside to communicate with others. So, the little things like being together and talking, just a little stuff like that can help. I think that's all I got to say now. And the bartender, he's nice also. Okay, so that's all I have to say for now. We got to see him chat with his friends. We didn't get to see him in person, but we got to see him chatting, and they wondering where he's been for the past 3 weeks. We'll just have to figure out what's all that about with the 3 weeks missing, and definitely is him going to all those experiences, seeing all those different people for the past 3 weeks, but how he was able to do all that in 3 weeks past, and apparently he didn't sleep or anything. I don't know. That's why I'm wondering how that's possible. So I guess we'll have to see what happens next time. But this person at the end might have something to do with it somehow, maybe. Or maybe he's just eager as me and all of you are to see what Eli is and how he's able to have all these memories of all these different people while everybody else don't have their memories. So anyway, Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.